Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. Another episode of Factorio, Warptorio, with the Space Age DLC included. Yeah, today's going to be interesting. Today's going to be mighty interesting. We've gotten through, like, what did we play, like 7 hours last night? On our first stream. I don't have a ton of time today, but I really wanted to get in some more playing, so... Yeah, last night I said I was like, I'm gonna go to the bar, then I'm gonna come back and go play more Factorio. I just went and I cooked. I cooked a bunch. I cooked a ton of food. So I don't have to cook for the week. Yay! But my today is booked, so I've labeled this one as a short 2-hour stream. I'm talking here at the main screen because the second I hit the go button, we're going. We're just, boom, we're out of here. If you're not familiar with Warptorio, it's an interesting overhaul mod for Factorio. The idea is we're not going to be able to build mega bases in its natural state, in its natural idea. What we're going to do is we're going to build on a platform. That platform warps from planet to planet to planet as we try to escape the biters who are trying to eat our faces. So we don't get to exist in a place for very long. We're very nomadic. But it's a really interesting gameplay style. I highly recommend it. If you're going to look this up for yourself, look up either Warptorio, all one word, or look up Warp Drive Machine. Both are really cool mods on how this is handled. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. So, let's see here. I said we were going to warp right away when we started the session. Let's just do a quick check. Military level 2. We got a bunch of research queued. Our factory looks pretty good. And like I was saying before, this is the platform that we warp from planet to planet. If this is your first time seeing it, you can see I've got a bunch of turrets. This is how wide? It's 36. It's 36 by 36. I'll start a new game and I'll show you. When you start the game, it's only 12 by 12. So here, just to do due diligence here. Doo-doo. So there. That is the ghosties for the furnace. These are 2 wide, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So you start with a 12 by 12, and that's all you get to start with. And this is what warps from place to place to place. There's researches you do, you open up new stuff, it expands out the platform, and that's how we got to this guy. So, there you go. There's the quick, how long was that? 3-minute explanation? Holy crap. But there's the quick of it. So, we're going to bounce. Okay. What resources do I need critically? I don't need anything critically. That's a bit of a jog for iron. Let's do a coal run this time while I try to wake up. I still got a full cup of coffee here, half a cup of coffee here. And getting coal is not a bad shake. Honestly. Something like that. We'll always need more fuel. Not always, but for a very long time. There's a gardening floor I'm really excited to see, but I have not unlocked Gleba. I don't know why. I really like saying it that way. Gleba. Like a real heavy set guy that's trying to... Yes, I'd like to travel to Gleba. Volcanus is a little harder to say as a heavyset person. Like, you know how heavy I am based on how I say certain words, right? So there's Gleba or Forgora. You can tell. Like I'm Baron Vladimir Harkonnen from Dune, right? You know what's what. You know what's what. I'm gonna do a water run. All we need is a 10 and a 5-er, a car and a key, and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, B-run. Volcanus. Oh, that was actually pretty alright to say too. I want to make it sound real fat. Volcanus. Yeah, if it ends with an A, it's much easier to say. Patton Oswalt had a bit about that. He was like, he wanted to get B-word fat, and his B-word fat was like, you can tell how heavy set someone is and how they say B words. I want to take a bath in a bathtub full of buttered noodles and a bread bowl. I just like, oh my god. That kind of a thing, right? So, we'll have to go to Gleba. And the way this mod is set, I'm to assume we gotta go to Gleba first. I don't know for sure. I don't know for certain, but the earlier text I saw had Gleba as the first idea for us to expand the floor. So I don't know if that's something we got to do or what. But, nah, but. So I'm just doing a couple of rum runs, just getting some stuff figured out. If you're hearing thudding, Zenny has a bug up his tush. He got up on the what is that called? It's not a balcony. I don't have a balcony. A ledge, like in the house. He jumped up on a ledge, got down. Looked at the ledge again, got back up, got back down. It is... Man, you're crazy pants this morning. I don't know what your deal is. I still love you. I still love you. So I'm just going to grab this a couple times. I don't want to have to pack up and then, oh my gosh, problems. How much does this increase? Another 100%? Oh, awesome. That's great. That's super, super. I'm going to do this. Yep. I kind of figured we'd have to do some stuff. So, man, I must mine like a crazy person. Oh, yeah. It's almost instantaneous. Well, it's certainly faster. Is there another upgrade? Yes, please. Get that done. Whew, yeah. If we can't get harvester platforms, fine. As long as I can harvest real fast. That's kind of all I care about. We almost got to pack up. Sad. I should really do better about stuff like this, though. If I can... Just the more mining we can do, the better. And 40% productivity means these guys are hitting it at... Oh, 60% productivity. Even better. Even better. What was I saying? I was saying something. I was on a tangent of some sort. Right, so... we should pack... I'll hang around. We'll do one more rum run and then we'll pack up. I call them rum runs because I played an old game called Colonization. And there were times when privateer ships would be outside your base. And you gotta make a rum run and sell all your rum to either another European power or back to the home country. So it's a risky maneuver. We gotta get past the privateers. We gotta get this rum sold so we can fund the rest of our war or whatever we're doing. Need new infrastructure, need money, need new printing press, need money, need whatever, need money. Gotta sell that rum. So I call them rum runs. Bootlegging is also a fair way to call that. You get that. That. Alright, this was a good haul. Really good haul. Stacked a lot of calories. Lot of hidden calories right there. A lot of sugar in the sugar shack. Alright, time to go, kids. Rotate. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is so good now. Yeah, this is... Again, I was saying yesterday, like, when you get stone axe, it's not really something I beeline for, because you're rarely taking down tons of stuff in the early game. So it's like, yeah, we'll get to steel eventually. Yeah, we'll get it to work, whatever. Not worried about it. So it's like an accidental technology that you get, and now it's just like, dude, this is a main thing. This is awesome. Okay, you can have... I'm not going to harvest coal for a while. I see some enemies on the port. Boop. That guy heard some enemies on the port. Hey, stone. Would it mind more stone? Yeah. I super would not mind more stone. Okay, the attack warning is still from whatever. Okay. It's a little bit of sugar right there. Iron? Heck yeah, iron, dude. Pretty dude, iron dude. So, I already see enemies in the northwest. Very fun. Oh, I see enemies down here too. Is this just a dead effort? This might be a trap. This might be a trap. I'm gonna harvest that coal instead. Yeah. This might be... There are some... So, in the olden game is what I'm using as a point of reference. There would be, again, little messages that pop up that say, you heard a loud thunk as your ship landed. And it's like, cool, we're on an iron world. Awesome. Kind of a thing, right? So you get little hints on stuff, but this doesn't seem to have that functionality. Totally fine. Not mandatory. Totally fine. It's just there's some planets that I remember that are like, look really, really good. Resource-wise, and the layout is good, and the trees are set. They're going to suck up a ton of pollution. You think you're safe. You're not, safe. Yeah, it's gonna hit up a bunch of materials, yeah, on the free, on the cheap. No problem. I think I'm still making bricks somewhere? Yeah, man, go to town on all that. Have that. Have that. Okay, Myrene! Good morning to you. Yeah, it is. I kind of think, and here's my 2 cents on it. I kind of think they put in the space stuff and the train stuff a little late in the development cycle. So there's some things about trains that I really, really like. I'm like, cool, they got a lot of the basics figured out. They got a lot of this planned out. I really like what they got going on. And there's some things that I'm like, but it's not really, like, ultra functional. Same thing with space. Like, I like the idea of supporting a space system. I like that. Yeah, I totally get it. I 100%. I get it. I get it. For sure. That's, yeah. So I think the game is going to mature very well, and I think in a couple of months it's going to be just great. But it's still working out a little bit. They added, honestly, a ton of stuff, so I'm not even... T17? Was it still the same? Was it still the same amount of components or whatever? T17, holy crap. You're full, you're full, you're full. Check Discord, I will. Well, isn't that cute? But it's wrong! Oh wow, there's still no change at T17? Yeah, I'll come back to Captive Industry. Do not get me wrong. I do really enjoy the game, but I needed to play something else a little bit. And yeah, like I'll launch an asteroid at myself. I'll get a Widow tiny baby. Just a Widow baby asteroid. A Widow baby one. And then I'll wreck my base and I'll be like, cool. Stay fresh, cheese bags, and I'm out. 351 timer. 351 on the timer. Not such a poet, but a rhymer. 351 on the timer. Alright, we got some steel. I have plenty of the assembly machines. Awesome. We're not going to have enough steel sitting around to make... Oh, mediums! Oh, craps! Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Alright, we're in a bit of a dangerous precipice, my friends. We're out of here. We're out of this banana boat. Oh, crap. Nice. I hope they react in a positive manner that is holistic for the gaming community as a whole. Oh, there's a big pile of jerks. Oof. What got researched? Mining speed. Awesome. Oof. This is not ideal. 1 stack, please. Thanks. We're up against mediums now. I should be at AP rounds, but I'm not. I'll have to get to AP rounds pretty on the quick fast. I'm very confident they do, yes, considering most of the shenanigans that they've pulled with water and its sources. Yeah, so this one is going to be this one would have been called a dwarf planet, maybe? In the notes, like when you land, it's like this, how was it phrased? In this world, we are giants in comparison. Something. It would be something like that. And that would mean, like, we're on a planet where resources aren't as abundant. That's what that means. I'm just going to do it like this because now it takes... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I'm going to do it like this because it takes way less time for me to deconstruct. Yeah, that's awesome. I will still do it this way. This still makes a ton of sense. Connected? Okay. Cool. Okay, get a little more iron in the system. We're doing more productivity stuff. Now what I'll have to do is I'll double up the turrets like this. Having 1 or 2 turrets on the outlie used to make sense, but now it doesn't really anymore. What's happening? Okay, there we go. Did I just drop a bunch of stuff? Yes, I did. Where is it? There it is. You can set a blueprint to only pick up entities on the floor. It works out really well that way. Okay, science is great. Still got we have plenty of resources kicking around. I have to make more bullets soon and better bullets soon. I was hoping for another expansion or 2, don't get me wrong. The ground platform I'd like added. These productivity ones are just smart, I think. There's another mining speed? What's on my... to 400%? Golly. Not super crazy about research lab speed. Do you guys still take plastic? Yeah, of course you do. I didn't know if there'd be a change. There could have been a change. Fluid handling would be absolutely dope. Can I... that... and that... and this. I would like 2 storage tanks. Just 2 tanks instead of all this. That would be awesome. Now, in the old Warptorio, you could store liquid. There would be liquid pipes here. And you could push liquid down. It would be really cool if I could put a bunch of... Alright? Okay. Zenny made a little squeak, and I want to make sure he was okay. You could push water down a floor, and the benefit of that was... What the heck happened here? Yeah, alright. You could push water down, and you push it down 1, 2, 3 layers into a boiler room. It was a room that was designed specifically for power generation. Because later on after that, you could unlock infinite water down there, so you're not pumping water in anymore. So that'd be another thing that allows us to survive a few more jumps. I'd like that very much. Yep, so what did we just research? Mining productivity, we're 70%. Unprecedented. That's awesome. That's freaking dope. Also, Orbital, good morning. Myrene, good morning. Moose Moose, I see you there. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Drinking coffee, and it tastes so good. Drink it all, and it's gone, and that's understood. It's all good. Welcome, welcome. I like to make the streaming personal when I can. So like, I usually wait till someone says something before I call them out or poke at them or whatever. But sometimes, when it's like it's super early right now, it's 7:50 a.m. for me, but I was up at 5 a.m. I had a weird dream, so I'm actually kind of happy it ended. I woke up and all right. Okay, we're not in a bad place yet. Mediums aren't terrible. That's a lot of mediums, though. Please go to the base. Please go to the base. Oh, those are frost. Those aren't even mediums. Okay, let's do a little bit... Oh, okay. Acid. All right. Damn. Yeah, packing up is much easier now. Another 100% faster. Yep, that's great. Okay, we need to move to AP rounds. So I'm hoping we get another neutral planet, or void zone, or whatever I've been calling them. And I'm hoping we can do a little bit of cleanup. So there's 2 options. We either add more turrets, or we increase the ammunition quality. We go to AP rounds. AP rounds make more metal for the buck. It makes more sense that way. There you go. Just have that. I'm going to sit here until I see badness, and then we're going to warp. If we pack up early, that means I want to maximize all of our research time. So another 30, 40 seconds of research will pay off. I've got the materials. we're not short on research materials, so I'm not harvesting like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I don't have enough whatever. We've got plenty. I see the wave. I see the wave. It's a coming. It's a coming. I'll see it right there. Oh, we're out. Sweet, sassy. Okay, that iron is too far away. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. Okay. That was something else right there. That's what that was right there. Can I clean this up in such a way that I could get a little more... That's dumb. Let's see if I can tidy this up just a scooch. What I want is... Ammo produce... No. AP... Ammo... AP? Okay. I might have to do a little manual feed. But something like this. Down. Down. So that's ammo. So I'm going to go get my ammo. Thanks. So this is going to look kind of dumb, but bear with me. That looks like that. You have within you iron. All the iron that... Oh, man. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. But that's okay. It's not a problem. You are ammo, my friend. You're AP. You're AP. Dump. Dump. And I'll manually feed you all the stuff. I need more steel. Thanks. Right now, this is a little more of a critical project. I need about 1,000 of this stuff. Oh, alright. Okay. Is it a good process or a good system? God, no. But it'll work. Now, one thing we could do to make this not suck is just loop this around again. Which, bruh, I don't know if I see how to do that. There's too much crap in the way. Could move that up by 2. So ideally we come around like this and then come down and just loop it in again to make sure that we get whatever excess iron fed through, but nah. It's totally fine. I'm gonna have to do some maintenance. It's totally fine. Okay. Fluid handling. Hot dang. Okay. 5 steel. Awesome. Alright, yeah, if I can put down like 3 containers... So how much are we storing right now? What's the maximum? Was it like 13,000? I thought there was a way to see maximum shenanigans. I guess not. So 13,000 is what we had before. I can easily drop 3 of these and turn it to 75,000. It's a dumpster amount of water, and it's going to save a ton of space. Yeah, all this can just shenaniganize itself out. Okay. So here's 1. This is going to get all the water, so I'm going to do this. Oop. I'm going to do this, and what this does is this manually forces it out. Fluids in Factorio will, when you deconstruct stuff, will push out to wherever it possibly can. Okay, so this one is locked. There we go. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh, I did that wrong. All I'm trying to do is just push this out. So we work ourselves back. Do I need to preserve the water? Not really. Like, it's going to get filled up the moment I find another place, but I'd rather just get this done right if I can't get water in a couple of jumps. Not for a few jumps. Okay. This is going to look like that for a while. That can look like that. So there's 50,000 right there. No problem. No scratch. Easy. Thanks, mate. Watching the radar, or as you might say, radar. The radar. And just work our way out. Again, everything pushes itself through and through. Okay. Armored? Those look like mediums still. The time for complacency is far gone. Friends, fellows, countrymen, it's time to rise up and make AP rounds. Warp. I didn't even see how long that was, which was unfortunate. Okay, so We have a way out this way. We have an easy way out this way. I'll probably have to get some sort of water pushed out that way, but that's okay. So now we can hold possibly 75,000 water, which is perfect. I am going to get that set up right now. There we are. Another thing that would be really nice are pumps, so we can make them directional, but it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. There's this. Back that up. Back this up, put that in. There we go. Done, 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 done. Okay. I would like another ground upgrade first. I'll finish that one. I'd like to expand the turrets, beef them up real good. Right now, I kind of feel like I'm at a point where I'm a little worried about our future, and I'd like to secure that before I go too more hog wild on stuff. I'm going to keep this ammo on me. You can have that and just make more ammo. Okay. Currently, to replace a single quadrant, this bit, I'm going to need 200 ammo. 100 for each of the turrets, because there's 10 turrets. And then 100 for reserves. That's what we're talking about right there. So that's the idea. That's the total deal, man. Okay, how much water do we have now? Hey, awesome. Look at that. Yeah, that won't work. Yeah, I was hoping to squeeze another one in there, but I can't. That's not wide enough. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's totally cool. This is, like I said, way more water than we had before. 75 is going to be... Huh, I didn't know it counted to 4 decimal places. Interesting. Okay, the storage tanks can hold 75 total. That's not counting what's in here or the pipeline. Yeah, that's counting the pipeline as well. So you can see the blue. There you go. So it's counting the whole pipeline as well, which is totally fine. I didn't go for iron. I probably should have. That's 2 minutes. I don't want to be so a chicken. But unless the chance of success is really high, I kind of don't want to risk it until I get steel ammo all over the dang place. Naven the Raven. Boo? Why boo? Boo. No boo. That took all my steel. Oh! You have to put accent marks above the O's to know and to denote your boo! Who? Oh, there was a comedian that did a bit about that. He's like, he had a heckler at his comedy show. It's a comedian. And he said, I had a heckler at my comedy show one time that didn't know the difference between boo and boo. Like, boo, I disapprove, and boo, I'm trying to scare you. Because when they were heckling him, they were like, boo! Or whatever. It's like, are you trying to scare me? What's going on? He's like, no, I don't like your stuff. That's boo! Or whatever. I don't know. I can't think of the comedian now. It's alright. Can I get one more lamp? Nope. Sure can't. I'm gonna just yoink a little copper. Everything looks fine? Nope. Everything doesn't look fine. There's that. Yeah, boo earns. Are you saying boo or boo earns? Boo! Alright, 4 minutes. Bunch of medium. Wait, are those bigs? Wait. Oh, God. Frickin'. Oh, I forgot to get the water. Oh, that's fine. I'm not staying around here for very long. That's for dang sure. But this will give me about 2 minutes to clean up shop. You saying boo or boo earns? Oh, okay. You're out of stuff. You're out of stuff. I'm out of time, and I've got not enough iron, so I call this a crime. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Can I make one circuit so I can get rid of this one wire in my inventory? Thanks. Okay. Still got all the science chugging away. We're going to do electronic distribution. And then we're going to expand the base. And that'll probably tap me out of all of my resources, which is unfortunate. But I've been saving a little bit of this action here. AP rounds. So what I might do is I might just take AP rounds with me to start. Let's make sure everything's got regular ammo. Regular ammo. Let's make sure that's all set up. I'll take AP rounds with me when I go out, because that's definitely the time I need to have the most amount of DMG. That's damage, y'all. Man, I love squeak through so much. Oh. Okay. Turrets are full. There's 100 ammo in each thingamading. Thingamading. Excuse me. I'm going to put that away. I'm going to grab all that. Cool. Excuse me. I do need those better power towers for more compact builds. That'll be great. We'll get there. How much does this cost? $250? I think we can afford that pretty easily. If anything, right now, I'm trying to gauge where we're... can I do... When... I thought mediums didn't pop up until I... Oh, these might be the scheduled attacks. If we're getting scheduled attacked by bigs, we're very much in trouble. That might need a reboot. Like a complete reset. I don't know what the crap I'd do differently. Okay, how much water did we chug through so far? Nope, not close enough. Awesome. Yeah, when you're consuming 4,000 water or whatever, does it say? 500 a minute. Let's call it 600 a minute. When you're chugging through 600 a minute, it's a really different conversation when you can store 13,000 versus 75,000? Yeah. We got jumps for bumps and bumps for days. Yeah. Decent planet. But, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. So there's already been a triggered attack. There's about to be another triggered attack. I just want to know what we're up against. This is going to be a good level set, because we should be attacked pretty immediately. Do I keep bringing these bodies with me every time we jump? There we go. There it is. Okay, I see somebody. Mediums. Yep, okay. Yep, mediums. Resources are so far away. Alright, we're gonna do it anyway. I can't be choosy anymore. Like, this isn't super far away. I'm still trying to gauge how much effort I can put... Alright. We'll do some... turret leaping, I call it. So there's turret creeping, or I call this turret leaping. So you throw down like 1 or 2 sacrificial turrets. The biters... What the hell? Alright. The biters kite against it and attack and rush the turrets you've deployed. And you're not going to put any ammo in them at all. They're literally dead weight. Then you deploy the real turrets into their entire business and let them have it. That's how that works. I call it turret leaping. you're not creeping in. Creeping in is like, I'm going to place a turret, I'm going to move up. I'm going to place a turret, I'm going to move up. I'm going to place it. It's not that. You literally dump 2 or 3 sacrificial boyos and you just get at them real hard. That's turret leaping. That's at least what I call it. Did I invent the thing? I don't think I saw anyone else do it, but I'm not gonna frickin' cry if somebody else takes it. Hey, take it, you know? That's what I've been saying this whole time. It's like, that's how we develop as gamers, right? You see someone do something cool, you take the idea, you expand on it, you're like, you know what? I think I can make this better. And then you make it better. And you share it back with the original whatever, the original creator. It's like, man, that's awesome. I did not think to do it that way. Okay, so now I got AP rounds for the expansion. Which is a huge damage boost. Huge. Y-U-G-E. Huge damage boost. I need more drills placed. Okay, this is going to be dumb, but I'm going to do it this way. Oh, what I need to do is get to red belt tech. And get more of this stuff stored for sure. Uh-huh. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna sit... I'm gonna put, like, 4 turrets here. Because that's all I've got. You can go there... Yep, whoops. So these 4 turrets will maybe bring them in. And then the other turrets will give them the slaps. Give them ye ol' slaps. Now what we can do, I might as well... Start stashing it up, yo. Stashy, stashing it up. Hey, Twitch just told me that I went live. Look at that. 2 hours? How long? 36 minutes. Okay. Okay, 1 wave deployed. We're at the 3-minute. So what I can do is I could also do this and just keep purging out the line. The other Warptorio also had intra-dimensional storage? I don't remember what it was called. Let's just call it warp storage. Yeah, he'll smash in mine. Good day, Poil. Short stream today. I'm only good for like another hour and a half. And then I got a full day of stuff. Open invitation. Every other Sunday, I host an event on the Megacycle Entertainment Discord server. I call it a server-wide gaming event. And it's very loose vibe. It's a very loose vibe. We'll play whatever people want to play when people show up. So for several of these sessions, I've been doing like Jackbox stuff. We play Jackbox games. And it's a lot of fun. I own a bunch of the Jackbox stuff. Those were faster than I thought they would be. I own a lot of the Jackbox games. So I've had people show up and we play Jackbox games. You know, it's something like one person has to own the stuff and everyone can enjoy it kind of a thing. We'll also play stuff. I think we've played like Bloons Tower Defense, which isn't free. But there's like Tetris Online we've played. We've played Settlers of Catan Online, which are both free. And we play a lot of stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun. So if anyone is a member of the server, or if you're not, hold on, let's get this going on. Discord. If anyone would like to join, it's an event. Like I said, every 2 weeks I host this. Doesn't matter. Hop on in. We don't play anything complex, but we hang around. I just pretty much sit there. Wow. Someday. It's totally cool. I'm not going to force you into a technology you don't want. But anyway, open invite if anyone wants to join. It's very low-key. I personally just hang out in the voice chat for, I think, 4 hours. And I work on, like, my YouTube thumbnails, or I do job hunting. So, like, I'm not wasting my own time. But when it really comes down to it, it's fun. Like, we've played, yeah, we've done that. We've played, we did a couple of Riftbreaker runs. Did, like, a Riftbreaker run, like, a couple of weeks ago. So it's neat. So that's one of the things I'm leaving for. So I can go host that. But yeah, it's a real open vibe. Like, I literally just sit and chill, and whoever shows up. What do you want to play? You don't know? Okay. We'll just chit-chat then. Yeah, they went live with the thing now or something. I haven't found enough people that want to do a game because that's like the thing with gaming now, right? Like there's just so many games. Dude, this is like the 5th desert world we've rolled. What the world heck crap? Okay. 2 seconds. Thanks. I'm not gonna go get that. That's crazy. I'll go get this coal though. This is less crazy. I still like the burner mines because they're easier to pick up. I'm not dealing with all that belt whim wham. I'm not gonna deal with all that belt whim wham. There we go. Yeah. So that's what I'll be taking off for. Settlers of Catan was a lot of fun when we played it on the regular. What else? Oh, it's also a really great opportunity for folks to bring in new games. So I also introduced Oh My Goods. That was a fun. It's a German management, I guess, card game, I would call it. It's, what else? We played Dune Imperium. We played Roots, fun board game. What else have we played Dominion, another card deck building game. Yeah, so it's a really chill thing. Pop in, meet some friends, kind of a thing. Sometimes no people show up, and sometimes 6 people show up. Doesn't super matter. And we'll clear it 1 or 2 more times. We got science, it's still going. I need to refresh. That needs more plates. We're actually getting a little out of plates. Not the insane Dominions game. No, that's Dominions. No, no. I saw that. I can't make heads or tails of that game. Dominion, singular, is it's a deck building game. Very European in style. Incredibly European in style. It's very good. Hold on just a minute. I want to get this set up. Okay. Most European card games like this work off of the premise of like victory points. That's a very common theme. You want the most victory points out of whoever you're fighting against or whatever. So you build a deck. You start with 10 cards and you build a deck and you make money as you play the game. The money is used to facilitate the purchase of different cards and victory points. You purchase victory points at the cost of money. Like you ramp up a deck. So think of Magic the Gathering, kind of, but you start with 10 cards and you build up. So you're making purchases, you're buying new structures, you're buying abilities, and those abilities affect the game in different ways, and it's a very straightforward, I like it kind of a game. Simple to learn, difficult to master. One of those styles. Okay, well, I'm getting a bunch of sugar for our sugar stash, so I'm at least cool with that. I'm gonna need a real heavy iron intake real soon. Yeah, just dump all the coal. In a minute here, we're gonna jump. I forgot who I sat down with, but they're like, I want to learn Dominion. And I'm like, I'll freaking teach you Dominion. And they're like, no, Dominions. And I'm like, oh, I didn't hear the S. Stone Age Village game. Yeah, the victory point stuff is very European style. And I'm not saying European negatively at all. I love these kinds of games. So, like, Ticket to Ride, for example, I think is European. I could be wrong. But Monopoly, for example, very American board game. Right. So like there's the 2 genres, right? So Monopoly, a game where it's just like bankrupt your foes, dun dun dun, and then your European style would be like, okay, how many workers do you have? Because it matters. Okay, did you place the workers in the right tile set? Okay, is this the autumn or the summer season? Because that matters. Okay, and it's just like there's a lot more depth to it, I think. Sorry, Parcheesi, Again, Monopoly, Connect Four. These are all very iconic, I think, American games. But Settlers of Catan, European game, right? It takes so yeah, that's the thing that I really don't like about Monopoly is once you figured out somebody else has won, you gotta wait forever for them to just put the final nail in the coffin. And then you'll inevitably play with people that want to make deals. It's like, okay, how about you give me Park Place, but the next 4 rents are free? Ah, how about you keep playing this game by yourself? I'm gonna go get drunk. I'll be back in about 1 to 6 hours. You tell me how the game ended, okay? That's what we're gonna do right now. That's what's gonna happen. It is an important part of the game, but it's like when you get to the people that are like, I'll give you 3 free rents for whatever. It's just like you're just delaying the inevitable. You know you won, and surrendering isn't fun, but it would just cut to the chase. Oh wait, oh it's blend. Ah, crap. All right, changed my mind. I changed my mind. We're gonna go get more coal. Yay. um, my biggest gripe about playing a game like Monopoly is everyone has their own home rules. Now that's not my problem. My problem is wherein people don't explain the home rules at all and then expect everyone just played that way. That's my problem. That's my guff. Oh, when you land on go, you get double money. According to whom? That's not in the rules. That's not regulation standard. Oh, it's just how we play. Well, you could have said that at the beginning of the game. That's all. That's my only gripe. So whenever I play Monopoly with anyone, I always say, we'll play any rules you want, but we're going to do this democratic AF. You're going to write down your rules. We're going to vote on rules to make sure that everyone's on the same page and knows how to play the game your way. Yeah, I played with too many people that it's like, oh, you land on free parking? That's great. You get $15,000. And it's like, huh? Well, every other tile does something, but free parking doesn't do anything. I'm like, yeah, it's called free parking. It's not supposed to do anything. Yeah. The biggest one that's maybe the most frustrating is the build even rule. In the game, in the manual, it says there's a thing called even build rule or build even rule or however it's phrased. The idea is that if you have 3 properties of the same color, you can improve on them by building houses, right? We're cool so far? Awesome. In that rule, it says you have to build evenly. If you're going to build 3 houses, it's 1 house on each. You can't put 3 houses on one thing. That's all that is. That's all that rule says. And people are like, well, that's just a suggestion. That's not a rule. And it's like, holy crap. What world do you live in? This is insane. I don't think I want to see that video. I think I would cry if I saw that video. I think I would weep tears of sadness as opposed to tears of joy. Oh, big stretch. Oh my goodness. Okay, give me a second. When it comes to yeah. I'm sure they're a real real knee slapper for sure. Yeah. Yeah, what kind of communism? Pure Marxist communism? Like what flavor? Crazy wacky space communism? Okay. I got excited when I thought it was even distribution of wealth. I got unexcited when I realized it was only even for you or whatever. Like one person. It's super even for one person. Everyone else gets the sickle, so to speak. Yeah. Absolute wacky. All right. Well, we're not really accomplishing the goals I want to accomplish, but we're still doing all right. Can I get more copper? Yeah, man. That's a problem. I just saw that little offset get attacked. I'll take all that. It survived? It survived. They got 1 drill. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it sounds real wacky on paper, for sure. Alright, we're out of here. 4 minutes is all I could do on the desert planets. I see another wave coming for me. Nope. It was a lie. Okay, we're still holding our own, but not as much as I'd like to be. I'd like to be winning soundly, but that doesn't seem to be what's happening here. Either way, like I said, we got a bunch of coal. I'm pretty cool with that. That's empty. That's a freaking problem. Um, Warp. I see baddies. Okay, we got a little time to breathe. Neat. We won't get this done in time. No, it's 16 minutes, even if I delay. Alright, we have 1,000 iron. Okay, the situation's a little less dire than I thought it was. Oh, y'all be empty. I'm not... Oh, we've got enough stuff. Here. Take that. Empty the box first, ding-dong. So here's 200 rounds. That's 100 for the turrets and 100 extra. I have enough, I'll do this one more time. One more time. Alright. 100, 100. This transition is delicate, but it's going to be real nice when it's done. I'll take all that. Oh, we had a bunch of iron sitting around. Nice. There's that. We're sitting pretty well resource-wise still. It would be cool to have more. Can I have... I just want a stack of circuits on me. You can have probably that. You can have that. You can have that. I don't really need more gears. Not filters. Gear is less than... Let's say 100 gears. $200 circuits. That'll lock up. That'll be fine. Okay. I don't want 800 gears in a box and only have like 5 circuits, right? I need this to be somewhat even. Okay. I don't have enough to do another set. So we're going from 7.2 physical to 11.52 physical. So with a little bit more investment, we're hitting more damage. Now you might say it's not really economic when it comes to cost. I would say valid point, however. We have something called damage resistance we need to overcome. It's a really important thing. Damage resistance is represented as either flat or as a percentage or both. So when we look at... I don't know what the button is. Okay. It is cooler. Oh. It is way cooler. I like it. But like here, I'll just grab a random dude. There's warp spitters? Okay, whatever. Here you can see... let's get a normal... Oh god, that's terrifying. Okay, medium biter, right? In here they have resistances. The percentages are what damage is nullified. So I can't kill these guys with toxic at all. 100% damage resistance. There's also physical, which is a flat number and a percentage, right? Think that's how that works? So we're dealing 5 more damage, 4 more damage, whatever. So that really helps overcome the physical resistances. Until I can diversify my armory, that's kind of where we're at. In this one there is, because there's toxic biters. So I bet you what they did is they probably did the... let's look up grenades. So there's grenade, cluster grenade... Oh, ammo, okay. There's also poison grenades, unless they removed it. It'll be under military 5, 4 or something? There. Oh, they're called capsules. So there's different capsules. Maybe that could be. There actually is a mod that makes different uh breeds, not the right word. Elemental biters fight each other. Let's look up capsule then. Cap. Okay, so they added, so in this mod, they added frost capsules, poison and slow down are normal. Defender capsule, capture bot rocket is normal. I don't know what does toxic. There's no weapon I have that deals toxic. So we can do physical in bullets, explosive with grenades and rockets, poison with poison grenades, and frost. Oh, and fire. We have flamethrowers and flamethrower turrets. Excuse me. So good to know. Good to know. I don't see anything that does toxic damage. Artillery does deal explosive, and I think a bunch of physical. I think it does like physical and yeah, physical and explosion. Uranium does physical and explosion, physical explosion, physical explosion, physical. Frost jet rifle, um, cool. Flamethrower, rocket launcher, Tesla gun, railgun. These are all electrical damage. Looks like I only have frost armor. I'd probably just go regular power armor Mark II anyway. Unless the equipment grid is way bigger. Oh, the equipment grid's way smaller. The idea is that you are kind of very resistant to acid and frost. But the second fire happens, you're screwed. I don't like negative resistances. I would rather have a better rounded character that was generally resistant to everything as opposed to immune to something and then crazy weak to something else. I don't like that lopsidedness because that's something that's going to bite me in the ass. Someone's going to deal like 5 damage legit and I'm going to die. And I'll be like, why did I get got? What even hit? Oh, I am negative a billion resistant to acid or whatever. And acid lingers and and now I'm dead. Dead. Okay. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. A little nervous. You can have all that minus the 2. You can have all that minus 1, 2. Let's make sure the AP ammo is a chugging along. You actually need more copper. Cool, you're actually full of that. Cool. Okay. We got AP ammo making for a while. AP ammo takes a while and is a very, very heavy cost in terms of steel and iron and all that, but it will be fine. Like playing a high-elf vampire with apprentice sign. Yeah. Poof. I'm God. That's cool. Can I borrow a light? No. Foosh. Dead. Dead. I haven't played Oblivion in so long. Is Oblivion the one that was like 95% fog all the time, no matter where you were? The entire storyline for that game could have just been a fog rolls in, figure it out. Because that's the theme of one of my least favorite games, Lagoon. Potato face one. Yes. Oh, Morrowind, yeah. Morrowind, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah. With the soul capture things, you can capture a soul and a monster soul and sell it for a boatload of money, yeah. Pokemon adjacent, kind of. Pokemon-esque, but not nearly as polished. Yeah, oh, Lagoon, right. One of my least favorite games. The town has a drinking problem. That's literally what it says in the back of the box. Go find the game box for Lagoon. The town of Squiggle Scraggle has a drinking problem. Okay. Welcome to a damaged childhood. What do you want me to do about that specifically? Figure out why people can't drink the murky water in Frizzle Frazzle. Alright. This is sounding more like a Dr. Seuss novel than anything else. Oh, okay. I guess I haven't played Skyrim since it like came out. And I know there's been like 8 or 19 remasters of it. Whatever. I'm gonna wait until the Ultimate Definitive Edition, whatever's done, and then I'll probably give it a solid playthrough. Okay, we got bricks. We got stuff. We're almost to a ground platform upgrade. Is there anything else I can upgrade? I think the next physical damage and physical fire speed is locked behind military science. Yeah, it is. I don't have the clout for military science. I straight up don't. Creation Club junk. I guess I'm so out of the loop, I don't even know. There's a gardening floor? Oh, oh God, okay. No. Thanks. Paid form. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think if there's any research we could do that would drastically help our position. Not really. A better factory floor would be great. I need 200 Gleba science. Space platform. I really want to know what we can do about space. Like, do I get a platform and it just follows us around or something? Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. We're not... I haven't seen oil yet, so I don't even know how that's gonna work. Not interested. Not interested. Yeah, get that to 10. What I would like with whatever remaining iron I have is I'd like red belts. Yeah. That's not enough iron. What I want to do is I want to get this more dialed in, so we use all the grabbies. Okay. How much time do I have? 10 seconds. I'll just wait. Here, mate, can you hold that? Minus the 2. Thanks. Let's do the time warp again. I really want to go to a... Oh, okay. Alright, not my favorite. Not my favorite, but I'll take it. Because iron is right here. I really want to go to a live Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh my gosh. The dress up, the singing, I want all that. Yep. I want it all. This was a dumb move on my part. Whatever, I don't have time to make it pretty. Making it pretty is absolutely an afterthought with a mod like this. For real, for sure. Come on. Come on. Just a little bit of belt. Just a little bit of belt. Just a little bit of belt. I don't remember if it was on the top or bottom. It's on the top. Okay. Yeah, I knew I did that wrong. There we go. Okay, if we could, thank you. We have about, what, 2 minutes before we get attacked or whatever. So, like, we have time to set up. Oh, butterbean biscuit. Okay, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Back it up. Thanks. All the materials. I don't want to have a conversation with myself like I'm limping to planet to planet to planet to find a little bit of carbon. I've been in that position before. It is nil plot, no points, no fun. Okay, now that we have a little bit of a base of operations and have a little bit of AP rounds, I'd like to start upgrading our infrastructure to red belt. So I'll take all that. Just start upgrading this flat. Just flat out. I know we have a bunch of gears downstairs, but I want to save that for other stuff. You know, research. Can I get 10 mediums. We're still going to use the wooden poles for most of our build-outs. But the medium poles are important because I've had to space these out this way because of the size of the small electric pole. But if I can put a medium, like right here, and get all this, I can add more grabbies. I can add more grababbles. And that adds room for another thing if I put a thing here. Yeah. You know what? I changed my mind. Just grab whatever you can, get it off the line. It's so many gears. You don't really think about how many gears it costs to get to proper belts, but it is a real resource sink. It's an absolute resource sink. Okay. That was weird. I'm gonna start stashing this coal downstairs. And to make this easy... There. Oof, I can hold a lot of garbage. Yes, Zenny, I can hold a lot of garbage. Now, I don't know how this is going to expand later, so I might want to reposition this eventually, but for now, whee! Okay. Good? Good. Get my stuff back. Okay. Fun trick. Make sure you dump off. Remember spending ages gearing up and how much iron it took. Yeah. It's an effort. So, like, when I stick around... Cool. When I stick around on Yellow Belt for as long as I do, I have heard before, it's like, why don't you upgrade? You got a nice upgrade. Why don't you upgrade? Get those upgrades in. And I'm like, dude, it's a stupid amount of infrastructure cost. If I don't get an immediate return on investment, it's a waste of everyone's time. We'll get there. Bet you bottom dollar we'll get there, but not immediately. Okay, what time is it? 4? These desert planets drive me nuts. I would love a nice... The belts aren't full. Yeah, I'm seeing little blips of yellow. So we'll upgrade the infrastructure a little bit, and we're not even going to upgrade what's feeding the smelters, really. Because only, like, 2 are not busy. Like, 3 are not busy. But getting this stuff in so that it gets sucked up here is really important. So now we're going to get out of here. Go ahead and hit you up with the reverse. Oh, this is so good. Reverse. Go dump off this coal. Come back. Get the iron packed up. Yeah, this is quite good. I'll take 1 stack, thank you. I like having 1 stack of carbon on me. Reminds me of home or something. Cool. Good chat. Oh, there's a huge wave coming on the right. I'm not going to get home in time. Even if I rushed right now. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yep. Blur. Dude, I'm really serious about this whole desert planet thing. Can you stop? That beep is probably crap I left behind. Yeah, it's getting got. So we're not in any threat anymore. I probably need to warp to something like Gleba so I can just get out of the frickin' danger zone of all this other stuff. I don't know what I'm getting at. Right. Oh, hey! God, that was scary. Okay, neat. I know I don't have the right belt sizing. BlazeWorks TV, ladies and gentlemen. The one, the only, the often imitated, never duplicated. BlazeWorks TV. How you doing, my friend? Hope you slept well, feeling good? Doing alright? I need more reds. Please. Oh, we probably have iron for days. We don't have iron for days. We have iron for at least a Tuesday, though. So that's pretty cool. Hey, mate, can you hold that for me? Thank you. It's going well, thank you. I just have time for a short stream today. That goes away for really reels. That goes there. That goes there. Only have time for a short stream today, but really woke up again dreaming of Factorio. Oh gosh, no, we don't. We're not gonna do that. Don't I? Oh, you're still cooking these things? Oh man. All right, let's do this. Now I got one of them faces no one really wants to see. You say you want to see it because it's a very diplomatic thing to say, and then you're gonna see it and you'll be like, oh my god. Oh my god. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Why did I break that? Oh, the only thing that's beautiful is maybe my heart. And my drinking tolerance. Yeah, that probably about it right there. Okay, you know what? Because I can't get this maneuvered, we're just going to do that. I already see ding-dongs in the north. Not cool with that at all, in the slightest. No thanks. Please return to sender. I will pay the postage. You get out of here. What do we got? Ice dudes on a lava world again, or whatever? We're on a desert world. We should probably find lava and explosive elementals. Nope, more frost doinks. Aha! What a sweetie. Let's do, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do that real quick. Boop. You've heard me mention it before on this channel. Those who might not know, but if you are into ARPGs, action role-playing games, we're talking about if you might have heard a game called Diablo, very popular, the granddaddy of these sorts of games. Blazeworks TV plays a little maybe unknown to some game called Path of Exile, and they do a very good job of it. Like, I like these kinds of games. They put math and science to it. They put a real work to it. 25 years, wowzers! I kind of can. I didn't set any of this correctly. Okay, just take that for now, thanks. Yeah, this is what I want. That's what's got to get going on for real reals. Back that off a bunch. Okay. Still doing a lot of mining. Oh yeah, so check out Blazeworks. They stream Twitch on the sometimes. Did you have a regular schedule? Maybe I might have missed it. I don't know if I ever caught you having like an actual straight up Mondays through Thursdays, 12 Central kind of a thing. It's as so you're not that old. When you get older, that gets funny. Okay, we're out of here. That's all the heads-ups I needed. Mediums are not terrible, but I don't have enough AP rounds to make that fly. Not for too long. I definitely don't think I can last the 7-minute mark, and we're at 4:41 right now. Come on. Come on, let's go. Bag it up, we're out of here. The challenge here. Lab Legend, good day. I am doing well, thank you. I hope you are doing well. Are you staying hydrated and cool today? Check local listings, because it is humid AF here. Not comfortable. On a scale of 0 to comfortable, not comfortable. The challenge for today is we're playing a mod called Warptorio. If you're familiar with Factorio, you're also familiar with factory building games, automation, and the like. In this one, we have this platform. So it's already, we're probably still early game. But just memorize how big this is. We got turrets, we got walls, we got everything. We're going to start a fresh game, and I'll show you exactly what the deal is. So we start a normal game of Factorio. The ship has crashed. Either we crashed it, or we were in a fight, or whatever. Oh, I wish I had a basement. I would love a basement so much, but I don't have one. We get this platform just to show you for size. It is a 12 by 12. There we go. That's better. It's a 12 by 12. So through research and everything, we need to upgrade this platform So we have more buildable space. We'll also be able to research different floors, different layers to it. But we're constantly running away from the biter horde. So this start is even more unforgiving. You can't not only build on the platform, but it's the only thing that stays. So this is outside the platform. If I warp, which I don't have the tech for it because it just started, but if I warp, that's gone. That's gone forever. We're warping in between planets. So this is the only permanent base we have, but as you saw before, I was building mining operations on a planet. So we get everything pulled in as much as we can while we're planet side. When stuff hits the fan, literal and figurative, we hit the warps, we jump to a new planet where they don't know us. Yes, exactly. Exactly correct. So it's the same factory automation management kind of a formula that we all enjoy, but it puts two more resources into the mix. Time, because I cannot screw around. In vanilla regular Factorio, as long as you're doing the research and teching up, it's kind of a chill game. It's not super terrible. For your first time playing, there's a lot of pressure because you don't know what to expect. So time is the first thing. The second thing is available land, right? Factorio effectively is limitless, right? You can just keep exploring. There you go. You know it, right? Exactly. We got the morning, we got the perfect light to do our art. So this case is fairly similar. We're going to do another copper run. All we need is a 10 and a 5, a car and a key, and a sober driver. BEERUN. Beer run. And I'm going to ramp up on all this real hard. So right now, I've been developing my micromanagement, my ability to just drag and click and move stuff as quickly as I freaking can, because time is absolutely against us. I don't have an infinite amount of time to set up shop and do small talk and get stuff going on. We're on a planet, we're mining, and then we are out. How about there? And no, that was right. And now I gotta upgrade all this infrastructure. I'm still making... Oh my god. Okay, stop. Stop. Splitters, please. Thanks. There we go. Okay, so while I'm here, I'm just trying to sock away as many resources as I possibly can. Because bad news be a-coming. So I have a ton of copper on me. Thanks. Get rid of that. Iron is definitely going to be the next thing we mine. Is all science good? No, we're out of iron. Not big surprise. Thank goodness I've got that iron sugar stash. I done stashed. Have that. Have that. I need just a wee bit of copper. I grabbed literally 17. Cool. Yeah, that checked boxes. That was a wee bit of copper for sure. Neat. Cool. Okay, the line's not getting backed up, which is good. We don't have more belts. I should have automated this, but it's so much iron, I didn't want to really dump all the stuff into a thing that I was like, well, I don't know if we're going to get the stuff ROI'd out of here. Anka? Need 11 more. Well, that's a lie. We could do something like this. There, now I only need 4 more. I would love to see you play this one as well. But you've been playing a lot of... Yeah. You've been playing so much, Path of Exile, which is, again, a real cool thing to watch. It's a game I like to play, but what's really fascinating about it is seeing someone who knows, like, what to do play it. That's why I've really appreciated seeing your streams and catching it whenever I can. It's one of those things that it's like, you can go to... You are the exile. You've chosen it. It's one thing to go to, like, a museum, right? And you see art. And you're like, I can identify that this is one unit of art, one piece of art. I can identify that that's it. I used my eye peepers. I'm not a medical person, so I call them eye peepers. I used my eyes, and I can identify this as one piece of art. But an artist can look at a piece of art and be like, well, I can tell the detailing is like this and the layering is like this, and they coated the canvas with gesso and they let it sit for a while, and then, you know, like, you can really appreciate it if you know what's going on. So I don't know what's going on, but it's still fun to see someone do the thing who knows what's going on. So anyway, considering someone here happens to be an artist, I thought it fairly apropos to bring it up as a reference point. Even though I don't know dingles about art. I'm one of those guys that'd be like, yeah, as an art, alright. You guys still sell chili dogs? And it's like, this is a museum. We've never sold chili dogs. It's an affront to the art. And I'm like, yep, damn shame, don't go to that museum no more. They don't sell chili dogs. Again, sir, I can't reiterate this enough. We've never sold chili dogs. Yep. Well, it's like watching the start of a speedrun. Yes. Because you know what's going to happen. Ganon is going to get his ass handed to him again, right? We know what's ultimately going to happen. But the delivery of it is something of magic, right? Because it's formulaic in its own right, but still, having it delivered live is something else, right? I've done speedrunning before. I've speedrun Blaster Master. That terrible Nintendo game that still haunts me in my dreams. I think you might have a while ago, I think. And by speedrun Blaster Master, my goal was to beat the game as quickly as I could in a way in which I thought was fun. I wasn't going to be like, hey, Uranium Anchor, I'm coming for you, man. Which also, old school speedrunner of Blaster Master, shout out to Uranium Anchor. They're not going to see my stuff, and I don't care. Shout out to them for reals. They were in Games Done Quick when it was early Games Done Quick. Another Desert World? Dude, you are killing me over this. Meh. I was joking before when, like, the gods of this game are like, hey, you wanna cheese off that JohnMegacycle guy? Check this shit out. Desert World. Okay. Yeah, that sounds absolutely dope. I can't eat that, but that does sound absolutely dope. I would dare. I would dare. How am I gonna do this thing? Yeah, but oh, I know how. Just put one on the other side, dumbass. Oh, put one there, dumbass. Okay. So, I'm not gonna hook anything up. There's not really a lot I can do here. This is all hooked up to nothing. That's fun. Just like that. Just like that. Easy cake. What else have I tried to speedrun? I guess I've been playing a lot of randomizers. Why are you out of fuel? There's coal right here. Dude, this has been working for hours. There's a guide coming out for speedrunning Factorio shortly. Beat the game on a random seed with... see if... Yeah. If blueprints are allowed, it comes down to micro. Oh, there's a... Ah, I see. If blueprints are involved, it just comes down to micro. And if it comes down to micro, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose straight up. I can't keep up that fast. Oh, I see what you mean. You meant this game specifically. Might be fun. I've done the under 8 hours, which I think is a huge accomplishment for my smooth brain. There was someone else I was talking about, and on the Megacycle Entertainment Discord server, we talked about doing the DLC speedrun, and we figured out all the tech you need, we figured out all the bottles, we figured out everything. It was a really fun conversation. I just have not been able to get a hold of them to do the run. But it has been a neat chat. I'll take that for sure. More ammo. Okay, 3 of our sides have the blessed AP rounds. Yeah, I'm just taking this as a hot second to just clean up the joint. 100, 100. We're gonna do this, and that, and this, and that, and this, and that, and this. There we go. Oh. RF Holloway, did I say good morning to you? I'm sorry. Good morning. I like to say good morning to folks that get chatty. Team McIntyre is the one developing the blueprints. Okay. I'll give it a gander. I appreciate that. I'll give it a gander, yeah. I'm not anti for sure, but I'll give it a gander. Okay. When it goes to the smeltery, I kind of don't care how long it takes. It's the storing of the thing that's the most important. Because if we go to the void zone, what's the zone that Commander Zod got pushed into in Superman 2? It's not the void zone. I can't think of it right now, and it's bothering me. Superman has a device, and he just kicks Zod into the idiot realm or whatever. It's not called the idiot realm. The void zone. The Phantom Zone? It might be the Phantom Zone. Yeah. So we'll visit the Phantom Zone for funsies or whatever. And then we can do some work. But whenever, yeah, how much water do we have? Cool. I haven't pumped water in ages. Research still happening. And there's a warp. Hey, look at that. The same thing I was just talking about. Okay. Do I have the infrastructure to expand? The answer is probably a firm no. 98 is a good start on some walls. I'm going to have all the belts I want. Awesome. Let's start double walling, though. Double walling is really important because the biters themselves don't understand the wall. What they understand is there is something in my way, and that makes me not plus. That's what they understand. So adding another neat little... Was it H? Yeah, there we go. Adding another neat little layer like this is actually a gigantic help. It screws with their path... Man, why is H the flip button? It's fine. Screwing with their pathing is exactly what we want to accomplish. So, we're not doing the dragon teeth. The dragon teeth right now is a little too expensive. That's not right. That's correct. That's correct. Okay. If you know what I'm talking about, dragon teeth, it's... I'll show you. So, here's your main wall. You do something like this. Or even something like this. To funnel them like that. You're trying to just get them all clumped up, and that kind of thing is really helpful if you got flamethrower turrets. We ain't got none of that shim-sham. We're not going to get that shim-sham for a while, and I'm just going to say the word one more time because I like to say it, shim-sham. That's going to be a way off project. We don't have oil. Without oil, I can't fire. Without fire, I can't fire? I guess go to 10 line for that. So... that is very resource... Well, it's not very resource expensive, but it's more resources I don't really have the luxury of flailing about with. Alright. I want more steel. Thank you. This copper gets stashed. Stashed. Awesome. Okay. Good copper runs. Low on iron, as every single run of Factorio. If ever you're in doubt, asking someone if they are an avid Factorio player or even understands the genre, you ask them how their iron is. Hey, mate. How's it going? Plentiful iron reserves. Am I right? They should be like, what are you smoking? And then you should be like, not enough. That's what I'm smoking. Then you'll know. That's going to be my new code word, code phrase. I'll know it's you. You reach out to me in the DMs or whatever. I won't know it's you. I'll know it's you, though, if you're like, hey, how about some friggin' iron? Beautiful day for some iron. Oh, no, sir. I am full up on iron. Do you need another lane of iron in that base? The answer is yes. I have stone. Yeah, man. You can keep cranking on that. Here's a bunch of this. I like trains, yep. That reminds me, I think I've told this anecdote before or whatever, but there's a... For Portal 2, there's a character known far and wide known as Cave Johnson. He is existing. And my favorite bit of it is you get his audio logs in the game. You never really meet Cave Johnson. You do technically meet them second hand. I'll phrase it like that. And they talk, and they're clearly going through some stuff. That's how I'll phrase that. They go back in time. They're convinced they're going back in time. And in the audio logs, they're like, you'll know it's me. You'll know it's me for real and legit and for true if I say the word chariots. So he signs off, and he's like, I'll see you later, cheese bags, or whatever. I forgot how he signed off or whatever. And then he'll dust off into the night, and you'll get another audio log, and he's like, okay, chariots, okay? Now you know it's me. And he'll be like, panic state, whatever. And then he'll convince himself, or someone will convince him, or whatever, that he is not the original. And he'll be like, there's a freaking imposter around, so you'll know it's me if you hear me say, chariots, chariots. And it's like, oh, this is crackerjack stuff. And so, like, he'll be like, in another audio, like, he'll be like, chariots, chariots, chariots. Okay, now you really know it's me. It's just like, the spiraling into mental oblivion is delicious. Oh my gosh. It is a treat beyond compare. Okay. That other guy was an imposter, and we hate him. But me, I'm the real deal, and you know it's me because code word, code word, code word, code word. Okay? Cool. Just unhinged as hell. That's how I describe that. Unhinged AF. Alright, for now, there's some stuff I can let loose a little bit here. I don't need these anymore. I don't need this much just raw lumber on me. Actually, could take a little bit more. I want a stack of coal. And everything else is just really iron dependent. That's still full. Awesome. In about 4 minutes, we're going to get force warped. Oh, coal. I wanted a stack of, that good stuff on me. So while we've got a little bit of downtime, I don't mind filling these things manually with coal. It's so infrequent I have to really bother with them. It's not that big of a deal. Everything is full. Awesome. Give me one stack of the good stuff. Give it a good old saveroo. Okay. Can I get more walls constructed? We can get more of this figured out. I'm not trying to stop the enemy from reaching my base. What I'm trying to do is funnel them a little bit, but still give them very easily an open path to get in. If there's far too many of them, the wall will definitely help funneling them down a bit. If there's only a few and they get in, fine. It makes it a little easier for targeting, I suppose. 8 more walls, and then we'll warp. Oh, this has to be different now. Nope, that was right. Correct. Okay. Cool. I don't really have the clout to expand my smelting anyway. I don't have enough stuff to smelt. That's fine. One more hit of this, and then we'll probably skedaddle. We gonna skedaddle. Oh, you know what? I'll wait for the wall to finish. We're very close. Yeah, we're close enough. Okay, so there's that. That's that entry point. I need another entry point here. There we go. Nope. There we go. Thank you. And this has an entry point. Thank you. Okay, so we have an entry point built on each side. There we go. Cool. Grab the wall, do the thing. Actually, we're going to get force warped anyways, kind of funny because we'll just finish the wall before we're force warped. Before I don't even have a say in the matter. But this looks pretty good. This gives us a neat expansion. I could use some of this platform for the dragon teeth, but I'm not... Meh. We'll want the dragon teeth when we get to flamethrowers, I think. I think that's when we're really going to double down on that. But for now, 10? 10 looks like enough. I have a minute before we're yeeted out of this plane of existence. Oh, it was 10 exactly. Hot dang. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. It's a whole... Okay. It's a whole mess of ammo. That can go away. That can go there. I'm out of fish. Fish. And the warp. Hey! A not... Okay. A not crap planet. My favorite planets are the non-crap ones. This is a bit of a haul, but I need some iron. Oh, I gotta work through this. Oh, the good thing is our harvesting speed is stupid now. Not even wasting that much time. Let's hope I got it right this time. Hey! Hey, look at that. Alright, now, we said like 22 or whatever was enough for a full belt. We're gonna go absolutely crazy on this one. Man, I am so thirsty for construction bots. It's unreal. Alright. That's fine. It's fine if I didn't have enough mines to deploy. I don't mind that. Haha, I don't mind that. No, okay. Same trick. Same trick. It's fine. There we go. It's still good. It's still good. It's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good. That's the ancient secret magic right there. That little tree. Son of a gun. I'm going to get these removed because I'm just going to have to mine them later, and I'm not going to have time later. So, is this a full saturated red belt? Absolutely not. But we were producing, I want to say, 900 ore before. Holy crap. That's what I needed to see. 500 more ore? Awesome. Awesome to the max. You're fine. There you go. Can I have all this? I want another 10 at least. I need more belts. 80? I want to say 80? Yeah, 80. Yeah, it's dumpster crazy good. It's about to be 90. Warptorio has a couple of warp technologies, they're called, that just help smooth out some of the earlier spikes of the game. Because you're not making a base, right? The base isn't iterative. It's ad hoc at a minimum. Well, the main base is iterative, but like I can't just spread out and do a whole mess more. So what are we at now? Yes! 1600. Now, are we sacking that all the way, or is it stuck? No, we're sacking it. That's awesome. Woo! Yeah. Yep. That sounds about exactly right. So this is where we have a bottleneck. Again, I don't care, as long as it's being pulled off the line. So, yep. That's awesome. This is all getting pulled off the line. Oof. 500 might not be a big number. Like, in the grand scale of things. Like, you might be like, well, there's, like, mining patches that are, like, 10 million. That's true. But I can't fizzle-fazzle here for long. If I can mine for a dedicated 4 minutes, that's 2,000 more iron plates I can pull away. That's awesome. So 34, or 32, and I'm making... I have 7 more? Cool. Alright, we're going to be a little over, and that's actually going to get broken the second I do... Okay, what's the matter? Iron. Okay, well, that's not a big surprise. And copper. Or just... I never want to hear about that again. Thank you. How are we doing here? That's fine. That can get dumped. Okay, we're probably out of here. We did alright. Ooh, big wave. Some explosive types. It's more than 3, that's for sure. Okay, science is ramping back up. I might not have to be so cautious, but the 7-minute is where I kind of have to draw the line. I can't stick around at 7 minutes. Oh, we're backing up. Oh, I thought about adding loaders, but I really wanted to keep this as like vanilla as possible to the theme that they intended when they designed the pack. We're gonna start packing up, yeah. I'm gonna pack up all the way, but like I can get a lot of stuff cleaned up a little bit before. We still have most of our miners still running. This is so good. Yep. Sorry, mate. 6 minutes, we're out. I can count with all my limbs. Dot, dot, dot. Okay. Congratulations, you just went live on Twitch. Come on with this. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Alright, so it's 6, we're out. It's 6, we are out. Hey, 90%. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good chat. Oh, I ran through the boogers anyway. The acid snot. Are those boogers? It isn't. It's snot. Are those? Oh, are those boogers? It's snot. There we go. There it is. I got the joke there in the end. And then not even really. Okay. We're done here. So how much iron do we still have to process? 3,000? That's not bad. Yep. Hey, doing it again. Look at this. Nope. Now I could grab iron and copper for all I care, but I defo want more iron right now. Okay, 32, but even less now. Do not have to be fancy about any of this. We have about 2 minutes before battlements even occur. So, we got time. Don't need a ton here. Okay. Good enough for now. We're gonna start adding... Oh, do I have more? I need more ammo badly. What are we missing? Copper and steel? Here's the steel. Have fun. You don't need that. I would like that back, thank you. Okay. I'm going to pick a side and we're going to expand out. I have 1 turret. Give me another 10, please. While that iron is mining, I want to push this out so I can get a better battery thing going on. There's a lot to do, for sure. I do like this setup. Nope. Maybe we can do belt fed now. Maybe we could do belt fed and I don't have to fart around with these boxes. That would be pretty cool. Let's talk about that instead. No. I don't have the metal for the belts. Not quite yet. Here we go. Yep, alright. This is the nerve-wracking part. Expansion is always a nerve-wracking part. I played this once with Rampant. I pretty promptly stopped playing with Rampant. Because anytime you move any part of the wall, it recalculates, and they're like, get that fool! And I'm like, oh, my butts. And then they redecorate your butts. And it's not great. You don't agree on an interior designer or anything, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Wow. Wow. Here's 200. Okay. Huh. And not that Rampant was bad. It just, I kind of think it took the military part of the game to the extreme, and I don't really play this game for the military parts. Yeah, that's doubled up. I like that. Yep. I'll want to do belt fed sometime soon. Maybe we can do it like this. There we go. I don't think I hate something like that. I think that works out. 4 minutes. I gotta keep saying the time out loud. Assuming this warping factory gets huge. It does. Let's see, actually. I think there's ground platform. There are 8 upgrades. We're at upgrade 4. I would say so. It expands how much? How many tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in every direction. So I would say it's a substantial ups. Yeah, I would call that some substantial ups. Like that. Yep, perfect. Okay, we got some stuff. Okay. I want belt fed as soon as I can, but I don't really... Well, I might have the iron now for it. 6 minutes we scoot. So this is gonna go, like... here. Ultimately. Like that. No, Mega Factory... No, not at all. Now, what we can do, after we get a certain amount of technology in the old version of this mod pack, so I'm drawing a lot of historical information here. Yeah, get out. What you could do is at the very end, the win condition is you stabilize the warping part of the machine, the warp bits. And you can go to any planet you want. You can also settle on a planet permanently. And then that's kind of when you can just play the game normal. But after that, you've already reached the win condition for the scenario, and then it's like, well, I'm done. I'll do something else. But yeah, nothing is stopping you from... Actually, I think I have... It won't work. Oh, so there's the warp drive machine. That was 70 hours. That was where I cleared everything out. I moved everything from the top floor to the bottom. This is Warptorio Season 2. Yeah, it gets big, but you're like, yeah, after a certain point, you're like, you settle on a planet, or what planet do you want to go to? And I settled on a beautiful a beautiful blue lagoon with vibrant purples and blues and green, just incredibly vibrant. And I settled there. I set up some artillery. I cleared out the natives. It's very gorgeous. But yeah, that's the win condition. So then you can play the game normally. But in this status, we'll never hit really... We'll never get to Mega Factory in the traditional sense. Not really. Audi? Audi. I have not refueled water in a very, very long time. I'm actually going to spend this time to build up and reposition and such. We have quite a bit of iron coming in, which is awesome. So much so that I'm full of the stuff. You don't need copper. You do. Steel. These things need to be running full boat. Full boat. Yeah, I'm pretty alright with what we got so far. Okay, there we are. Okay, I would like to develop this. So this comes in to the left. Something like that. I'm not doing this for coal, so it doesn't super matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like 6. Boxes. A little clumsy for sure. But we'll be able to get some good work done here, I think. A little bit of a waste of space because of that radar. So we're gonna... Merp. Can I merp that out? Yes, I can. Awesome. Okay. That radar was not really helpful. Alright. Well, I didn't plan this out very well. Still looking for 6, though. Alright. That just had to happen, I'm sure. Okay, we've added more of this. It actually covers all of that very eloquently. That'll cover that. You can have this. For giggles... Just so I can placate my curiosity. Electrical pole of trolling, yep. Enchanted and wacky. Which is probably what I need to put on my dating profile. Oh, wait, that's not even in the right spot. Yeah, that's even worse. Alright, eloquent and whatever I said. Ah, butts. Man. How do... Well, here's the easy way to do this, right? There. And then... Hey, mining productivity level, whatever we're on. Okay, the rest needs blue science. I'm not ready for that. I don't need landfill, ever? I can't super imagine a time when landfill is going to be super important. I've been meh on research speed because my production hasn't been really high enough anyway. But let's get that done. Actually, I want another one of these first. You can knock that out, that would be great. Okay. I don't like the way that looks, but it is functional, and dang it, that's just how that's going to have to be. Okay, all this goes away. This goes away. That was kind of a defunct experiment in its own right. That is a big wave. Level 1s, though. Those armored ones kind of freak me out. I don't think we'll get to trains, really. Normally, trains are a real key component to any real mega basing. But I don't think we'll get there. Oh, I have a lot of stuff on me. Hold up. Yep, we're fine. It's all on fire. Everything's fine. Okay. That cleaned that all up very nicely. That refortified this corner. This added at least 10 more turrets. Yeah, it went from 10 to 20. That's awesome. I need defo more turrets. Alright. Now... So I got 3 ammo boxes per side, which doesn't help my micromanagement any. But that's certainly more resilient. Holy crap, that scared me. Hydrate and stretch, Kuna, thank you very much. Oh, let's do that right now. We'll stream for another 15 minutes. Another 20 minutes. And then I definitely gotta go. Oh, that's good. Thank you. Oh, that's super good. I needed that. Thank you. Honestly, very much. I've been hyper-focused. And when I hyper-focus, I lean forward, and that's not great for posture or anything, so... Seriously, thank you for that. Since we're only fighting little guys right now, I'm gonna take a little bit of a second here. No, thanks, but, like, do it anyway, please. Thanks. I should have done a deconstruction planner for ghosts, but... Oh, no! It removed the stuff! So I could do this, and that'll remove the ghosts. And that'll unremove the... Ah, it deleted all the liquid. Boo. Dislike. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, we're still fine. This is actually going to get relocated. That's not needed. 1, 2, 3. That's not needed. Can I get a medium pole here and that'll just cover... Oh. Well, I could just do a regular one. Okay, we're going to be without power for a hot second. We got a huge battery, so I ain't worried about none of that. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Is there any coal here? I really can't tell. Oops, you don't need that. Okay. I need another bucket. Thank you. Now let's get our defenses reestablished. Uh, 200 to start. Just have a whole mess. Okay. Ooh. Feels weird. Feels weird removing a big chunk of wall to push it out because at any moment, well, not really. We kind of just started this area, but like, you know, technically at any moment, I get my whole business just pushed right in and be a real sad boy. You can have 100. I hope there's more ammo waiting for me. An amount. Okay, 93, 107, 98, 96, 100, and less than 100. Okay. Thanks. Alright, now, you, very unceremoniously, can just get hooked up any which way but loose. Actually, like, that works probably better. Okay, so it's 100,000 liquid fun units. We're gonna get water. Going to get the water. Going to get it now. Going to get some water. And to be honest, I really don't care how. Oh, cool. Neat. That gives us a little room for expansion on this front. Love it. Man, that cleared out so much space. Okay. We're at the 3-minute mark. I don't know if I could do another one in time. I'm gonna trim this up. I'm really glad they didn't add that as a requirement. I'm super happy about that. There was a discussion, I think it was with Covarex, and someone asked, like, during, like, a Q&A or something, they're like, how come belts don't take power? How come stuff doesn't take power? And there's other games that take that methodology a little differently. Take Captain of Industry, for example. Belts cost power, right? It makes sense because you get trucks, and trucks are, like, the earliest automation you have, really, right? So it makes sense why the cost. So when it comes down to it, Kovarex said, because the beginning game would just suck. Like, it would just be a turnoff. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but, like, the beginning part of the game would just be not fun, especially for new players that have to manage power before you get it. And then, if the pumps require power, how the heck are you going to power it before you have electricity, right? A hand crank thing? Forget that noise. I don't think Kovarex says generally forget that noise, but it's fun to imagine, right? Imagine Kovarex saying, in the words of that JohnMegacycle guy, forget that noise. I also don't know how Kovarex talks, so this might be a terrific slight, and I'm not attempting to do that. There's that. You can have that. You can have that. Here, you can just have that, and we're outie. I know I left the water behind. Womp womp. Did we get all 100? We did. You need to hand crank for 5 seconds to have enough steam to keep... Yeah, it's super pointless. Yeah, that's an even bigger point. It obsoletes itself immediately. Yeah, it's obsolescence immediately. It doesn't make any sense. For maybe a hardcore mod or something, sure. Add more steps in that direction, but again, that's a modding argument, not a functional game argument. Oof, so much iron. Awesome. Go ham. I will take that ham. Okay, I'm not expanding this wall. This one needs more ammo to get going. Oh, we can also very easily increase our smelting prowess, which I'm super happy about. Super happy. You can have that. Was it H? Rotate, rotate, rotate? There you go. Ah. We're looking good. We're looking real good. Stable AF. Now, how are we on power? We're not consuming as much as we are producing. If I need to do 2 more lines of power, we can. Like that. Easy. And then I could probably just as easily add more storage or whatever. Speaking of which, I am going to add 1 more storage. Thanks. Ugh. I wish that when you grabbed something and you had a ghost of it, if you handcrafted it and now you have the item, I wish that it would change from ghost to regular, but that's not how the game is set up. Makes me a little sad, but that's okay. Minor complaint, right? Minor complaint. It's like that. Reminds me of an old cartoon called Sheep in the Big City. General specific. Public, or private public. Yeah. The 2 main military characters in the game. General specific. Private public. It's full of really dumb humor. And based on that alone, it definitely is up my alley. Okay, I've got about 10 more minutes before I gotta skedaddle. Let's load that up. Ding ding. You're still working overtime. Yeah, I'm not gonna expand the northeast wall. You can take literally what I've got, my guy. Smelting is gonna get pulled from here to the bottom right and expanded. And then maybe I'll do some better proper ammo making here. So, one, one, two. In about 10 minutes. Oh, sorry, Cobalt. Yeah. I'm hosting the Megacycle Entertainment server-wide gaming event. We're just gonna, we meet up. I do this every 2 weeks. We meet up, and it's like, whoever's around, we just game whatever. So folks are like, I could do some, not Monopoly. Gosh, we already talked about that. I could play some Settlers of Catan. Cool. We just get a bunch of people, play some Settlers of Catan. We've also done Tetris. There's a bunch of stuff that's just free out there. Like even Discord itself has a lot of free little they're called activities. They're kind of fun. Emphasis on the kinda. But yeah. Okay, there's all that. The right ratio is 1 to 3 for these. So every one regular firearm to 3 of those, yeah. So this gets moved out of the door jam. There's that. Yep, always check the events. I've also got the Open TTD tournament running right now for folks that are interested. We used to do Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 tournaments as well. We kind of agreed as a community we all wanted like a bigger break about that. But like yeah, like if anyone's interested in like hosting an event or me hosting a thing, like that's easy enough to do. We do a little more decorating here. Decorate up the place. Y'all need some AP rounds in your life. Get you some AP rounds in your life. I'll redo this later because I want another thing. I could probably just grab and paste it. Yeah, for the event I'm running today, it's hit miss, right? Like everyone's got their own lives and everything. I totally get it, but I just chill out in a room and I'm like, if folks show up and they want to do a thing, cool. If they don't, great. I'll work on my YouTube thumbnails or something. Like I'll do some mediums. No need to warp now that I dealt with the wave. But yeah, it's a real chill thing. Oh, that's that. Were those Frosty Boys? Oof. It's not a problem. It's all super casual. So, like I said, it all depends on who shows up. If someone shows up and they're like, you, me, Tetris right now. All right. Sure. Whatever. The idea of the gaming server, the Megacycle Entertainment Discord server, and this whole thing that I host and support and everything is for people to find new friends, find new gamers, find new whatevers. You, me, Tetris never. You know what? That's fine. That's totally fine. So the thing is, like, we're all strangers on the internet, right? But the idea was just, like, get to know somebody, find a game that you like, and we've got roles set up and everything. So, like, if you're like, I want to find someone to play Civilization 5 with, we kind of have, like, a join the Civ 5 role, ping, when you're like, hey, who's up for a game in, like, an hour? You know, then it's a little easier to organize and manage and whatever, but, yeah. It's a thing. How's research? A little on the low side. Need you some iron in you, life? Need you some iron in you, life? Need you some of that? Okay. And you're still full? Ugh. Yeah. If anything should ever happen to the platform, they can take away all of our material possessions, but they cannot take away our research. That's an important thing to note. Even if we get absolutely bodied right now, we'll still stay on this save because we have a lot of investment we've done up. There's a lot of infrastructure that's not even physical. It's all the research that we've gotten accomplished. 83, you have that. All right, I'm going to move this. 1 round. Cool. This was almost out of ammunition anyway. Oh, I've already lost my life, what? 5 times? Oh, there you go. That's where that's going. Bravehearted up. For this, yes. I am too chicken to install Amnesia. For a different style, maybe, but not... Nah. Also, good day, Lauren. Hope you are doing well. I'm actually going to be out of turrets. Hit me up with another 10. You get me some of that copper. Need that copper life. Man, time flies too quickly. So we're going to hang out here in the whatever zone until we get these turrets knocked up with all the ammo and kicked in and all that. Punched up. Punched up. We're going to punch up all the ammo. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. Oh, cool. Yeah, just a few more turrets. Have all my AP rounds, which are going to be not enough by a long shot. We got the last 2 turrets. There we go. Cool. Easy cheese. The red freaks me out when you pick a turret because this shows the range. But the thing is, this red is also the same flash of red when you take damage. Not the exact same, but it's pretty close, I think. Let's grab us some coal. I have enough time to move the smeltery, I think. Ooh, that is so dope. Yep. Moving my base components is no longer a chore. It's fast. It's so fast. Oh my god. It is almost as fast as building a thing. That's what's nuts about it. Okay. Pretty much the same deal. Something like that. 1, 2, 2. Do I want it to block the door? I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if it blocks the door. You're gonna have to go down 1, though, buddy. There we are. Alright, so I had 24 before, I think. I had 24 of these before. It looks like that, yep. Perfect. Now, for electricity, I kind of want to go around the backside like this. Instead of doing that other neathy nonsense. Because that just costs iron for no real benefit. So that. And that. And that. You can go away. Okay, that looks fine to me. I might do the underneathy thing anyway, because I'm thinking... Like that? I'll do the underneathy thing anyway. So, this is the in. Yep. This is the out. So this is what's going to be kicked out of here. There's our finished materials. So how many of these do I have now? 24. Okay, so it's the same thing, but much less footprint. So this gets nuked. This actually still needs to get rerouted up there. So I could pull this back by 1. Might be how that works. What time is it? Okay, I got a little... I got 5 minutes. I got 5. I got a 5-er. Actually, this will come down and around. I've decided differently. Alright, well. Just 5 more. I don't need more than 20 on me. Okay, then this will link up like this. So we'll move this if I need more power later. But yeah, something like that. Boom. The right is covered, up, left, down. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna snipe this. What am I full of? Dang near everything. Okay. $78, that's not bad. That goes in there. That gets removed. Okay, yep. I need this for steel and the regular stuff. Yeah, okay. 5 more minutes. Ugh. Ugh, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. It'd be funny if no one showed up anyway, and I'm like, damn it, I could have been streaming still. It's cool, it's cool. No, it's the other way around. Nope, once more, it's the other way around. There we go. Okay. Alright. 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 That's not necessary. Okay. So this... Oh my god. Here, I have a better idea. Cool. I don't know if I'm going to stream my TTD run. To be honest, because it's 4 hours... It's 4.5 hours to do the full run. I think what I normally do is I don't stream it because I need to take, like, semi-frequent breaks. Like, here's I'm live streaming, like, I can take a break, like, right now. No problem. Oh, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Whatever. But when it comes to the open TTD stuff, I feel like the ability for me to take breaks is few and far in between. Not negative. That's not a negative thing to say. So, like, when it comes to streaming that also, I'll go into spectator mode and just be like, I'm gonna go eat something. I'm hungry. This is not correct. It's the other way. Yep, it's the other way. So this is... Oh god, my brains. I don't usually stream the TTD thing. I might. There's nothing stopping me from doing so, but... I don't usually. Oh crap, we got force warped. I lost track of time. I'm not interested in harvesting. I have a little bit more stuff I want to accomplish. I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Keep my inventory light. So for this is place. Place, 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 place. Okay. That's not going to help anybody accomplish anything. Let's see if it doesn't matter. Hey, it doesn't matter. Look at that. Okay. Take. Take. Okay. So that is all cleaned up. I didn't grab nearly enough. Yep, I didn't. The TTD thing will end up on YouTube, though. And the cool thing is, what I try to do is I try to poke folks to record their runs. They don't have to stream it, just, like, record it. And then what I'll do is I'll put it on YouTube, and I'll create a master, like, playlist. And you'll be able to see everyone's individualized runs. We have a couple people that do it on the regular. And it's really neat. So you could just do the playlist, so it's a lot of TV, so to speak. But you'd see my play run, and then theirs, and then whomever else's, and whomever else's. And then what I do is I do a summary video at the end. I do a quick recap to see how everybody did. Tabulate everyone's scores. Announce the winners. And then I release all the passwords. I release all the passwords and codes and connection information for everyone's server. And then I'm like, if you like to see how somebody did, here you go. Here's all their connection information. Join their server, poke it around, whatever. And then we agree on the next thing we want to do, and that's kind of it. All right, I got 3 more minutes, and then I gotta go. For compactness sake, just for now. Okay. And for funsies for later. Cool. There's that. Everything's relocated. Ammo is still being done up. What's your problem? Yep. 30. Who needs 30 ammo? 83. 31. Oh, you won. I'm not even going to check the other boxes. 15. Okay, I need about another 200 rounds for the base. And I need about another 200 rounds for me personally. So we've got a lot of crafting that still need to be done. How much water do we have? Nice! 90,000. I love it. Yeah, that's a newly upgraded platform. We won't get another upgrade for this until we reach agriculture science. And we get agriculture science from Gleba. Yeah, we need to make bioflux. So the thing that's interesting is we won't get the gardening tier until we do Gleba. Which makes sense, but the thing is we're going to have to go to Gleba and probably hang out like a long time. I still don't know how I'm going to do rot. Or, it's not called rot. Spoilage. I don't know how that's going to even work. But that is a future JohnMegacycle problem. 33 ammo. I know I'm being a little nitpicky here, but like if we're going to... Ooh, yeah, you need this stuff. There we go. Alright, and then I need this set up for steel. This is, again, super archaic, but it'll work. Okay, so there's that cooking away again. Cool. Alright. This seems like a really good note to pause and end our stream on. So, we got some good stuff done. Things are clean and clear. We've expanded the base. We fortified. We did some really good stuff today. I'm really happy with how it worked. So, as usual, you'll see my outro, and then we are going to raid District Spark. I think they've got some Minecraft stuff going on today. That's going to be fun to watch. So, thank you all for everything. Thanks for popping in, chit-chatting, saying hi and all that. Yeah, thanks again. Hope to catch you all next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.